friends. Finally, I got it going. Sorry, I had a little bit of technological difficulty today, um, which is why we're starting a couple of minutes late. But I was trying to figure out a way so that you guys can see in well, the best possible angle and try to bring some lights in here, which I semi succeeded at, semi failed. But anyway, welcome to this experiment. I'm assuming that if you're watching right now, you are either an advanced yogi or fellow yoga teacher, or a couple people have messaged me and said, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that practice, but I just want to watch you do cool things. Hey, you're totally welcome to do that if you find that entertaining. But I just want to remind you guys that this is a yoga practice, not a yoga performance. So my goal here today is to share part of my home practice with other advanced students or yoga teachers, just to give you some input and some community that we can't have live and in person right now. So what that means is I'm not going to be giving a ton of instruction and a ton of very detailed, meticulous kind of breakdowns as I do in my all levels classes. What that means is you're welcome to watch, but this is not going to be a safe class for you to do unless you're already at a pretty advanced level, right? Again, this is an experiment. I hope that other teachers jump in on this and share their home practices as well. Just to give you a little background on what I'm going to be offering you today, I have over a couple of decades created a 10-part series for my own personal home practice. Today I'll be giving you the first portion. It's the shortest in theory, the least challenging, but I think there'll be some fun things for everyone, maybe some stuff that you haven't done in a while, hopefully a little bit of a stretching experience in some way for all of you. And that's about it. Oh, back to the thing about being a practice, not a performance, right? As I tell all my classes, every time that I do yoga, and I hope every time that you do yoga, it should be challenging for you, right? It should be challenging for me. I shouldn't be able to easily do every single thing that I'm offering myself or you in a class time or in a practice time, right? So, oh, here's our first cat visitor. There'll probably be more. Say hi, Montezuma. Excitement. Anything could happen, guys. Anyway, so what I wanted to tell you that because I will be falling today. I'm doing my home practice. It should be challenging for me. I am going to challenge myself. Don't be like, "Ooh, she fell," or you can do that too if you like that. But it will happen, right? That's how I progress and grow. So I'm inviting you into my living room today to maybe have a slightly different experience than you would have at home by yourself. That's what's going on. This video will stay up on my wall. Obviously, if you want to return to it later and watch and enjoy, unless something catastrophic happens like I fall out the window, which hasn't happened yet, and I hope it doesn't happen. But if you're watching this later, spoiler alert, I didn't fall out the window. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Sorry for the chatty chat, guys. But again, everyone who's with us today, I just want to welcome you, and I'm delighted that technology gives us this opportunity to connect in some small way. So let's just take a second to center. I sometimes do this in my home practice, and admittedly, I sometimes don't. But today, let's just take a second to deepen the breath and invite in our Ujjayi Pranayama. And to get taller through the crown of the head. And then to just drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. And soften the space between the eyebrows. And relax the tongue and the jaw. And then go ahead and bring the palms to heart center. Take the tips of the thumbs into the heart. Let the other fingers spread out from there. And just take a second to set a personal intention for our class time today together. Our practice time together. Our community time together. As many of you know, I have a theme in my classes each week, and this week the theme I set was endurance. Endurance. And I'm saying it with a happy sounding voice, because a lot of times we think of endurance as something like, oh, I have to endure this, how am I going to get through it, right? I think of endurance in a really positive way. When we increase our endurance, we're more prepared for whatever life presents to us, right? So our physical endurance, our mental endurance, our emotional endurance, which we're all being challenged with during these times, right? So I just invite you to find maybe something a little different or a little new or a little bit more to try today Feel free to take different adjustments. Obviously, I know there's a lot of super advanced people and teachers joining us today, so please don't feel that you need to do exactly what I'm offering you. This is just what I do, and I share it with you. And if I can present you with any small opportunity to increase your endurance today, maybe it's just the endurance of having to listen to my voice through this process. But thank you for joining me. And if endurance works for you as a theme, go ahead and go with that. If there's something else that you'd rather dedicate your practice time today to, for sure use that one. But when you've settled on something, go ahead and bow your chin to your chest to seal your intention. Take the tips of the thumbs to the chin, tips of the index fingers to the forehead. Inhale deeply, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, gently open the eyes, and let's go ahead and begin. So the setup that I have visually, I hope is going to work, but I'm going to have to really shout when I'm at the back of the mat. So again, excuse any sort of auditory unpleasantry you might experience from me today. First, let's get the hair out of the way. And I like to start in a forward fold. So you can just hop forward into your forward fold. I'm going to come to the back of the mat here, and I'm going to start yelling at you. Feet hip distance apart is how I usually start. I'm going to take a nice easy forward fold, drop my head, relax my neck, rock the weight forward into the toes, out of the heels, and right away I grab opposite elbow, and I just kind of pulse gently towards the floor. And then I'm going to inhale, swing around to the left, exhale center, and then inhale right, and exhale center, and then I'm going to switch my clasp, other arm on top, pulse gently a couple times. Take it to the right, inhale, and exhale center, and to the left, inhale, and exhale center, and then I'm going to release my fingertips down. I'll take them to the floor or shins, whatever you can reach. Inner elbows spin forward, inhale, flat back. On the exhale, I bend my left knee, keep both heels on the floor, drop the head down. Inhale, straight legs. Exhale, bend the right knee. And inhale, straight legs. And exhale with two straight legs, forward fold, drop it down. Feels good. And then on the next inhale, walk it forward into downward facing dog. Let's see if you guys see. Yep, that's an okay angle, I think. All right, just take a little down dog here, wiggle around. And then on an inhale, I lift my heels high. Exhale, bend my left knee, release my right heel down. And inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, bend the right knee, left heel down. Inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, bend both knees, take the chest towards the thighs, lift the heels, lift the tailbone, push the chest back, take an inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, heels release back down. Inhale, flip forward, plank. And I'm just going to take the crown of the head as far forward as I can here, spin my inner elbow super far forward, lift my hips, and I'm just going to breathe here and pull the navel to the spine for a couple breaths. And then on an exhale, elbows in, release slowly to the floor. Can you guys still see me? Great. Untuck your toes. P.S. Please don't be offended by some of the things that I'm saying that might be really, really obvious. Some of it is just habit from teaching all levels classes. So arms out in front, palms down, fingertips down, spider hands. I think you can see that. Good. And then we're just going to push the chest away from the floor, rolling the shoulders back, and then I like to walk my hands back maybe just a couple inches and get a good stretch out of the upper back, rolling the shoulders back. And then on an inhale, I pull the palms back to the rib cage, pat a couple times, pull forward a couple times, and inhale, exhale, back to downward facing dog. In the down dog, inhale your left arm up, place the back of the hand on the back, fingertips optimally point up towards the neck, palm towards the sky. Shift the hips center, spin the right inner elbow forward and push the chest back. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly release the hand back down. Inhale, bend the knees and look forward. End of the exhale, tiny steps up to the hands. I like to stretch out my calves and my Achilles tendons here. Big toes touch at the top of the mat. Drop the head, relax the neck, forward fold, weight forward. And then fingertips to the floor or the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, both heels stay on the floor, left knee bends, drop the head down. Inhale, heart forward, two straight legs. Exhale, bend the right knee, drop down. Inhale, heart forward, two straight legs. Exhale, forward fold, drop it, and then bend the knees, lift the toes. Inhale, roll up to standing, palms forward. Good. And inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep it up, look up. Exhale, flat back swan dive all the way down. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Setting up crescent pose base, but then we're going to release the right knee down. Curl the hips under, and inhale, sweep the arms up. So getting into the right hip flexor right away. I have some hip flexor issues, so you'll see I incorporate a lot of hip flexor opening stuff into my own practice. Deep inhale, look up. Exhale, release the hands back down. Straighten the back leg. Inhale, exhale, back to plank. Inhale, forward. And exhale, lower all the way down. And tuck the toes. Arms out in front, Superman style. Feet glued down. Inhale, thumbs to the sky, lift the chest. And next, inhale, feet float up. Spread your toes like a cat. I'm sure a cat will walk through soon to demonstrate for us. And probably also lick its privates. That's how that's going to roll. Take an inhale, lift. And exhale, release, tuck. Back to down dog. Next inhale, lift the right hand. Place the back of the hand on the back. Palm faces the sky. Fingertips towards the neck. Left inner elbow spins forward. Chest pushes back. Hips center. Take an inhale. Exhale, release on down. This time step or lightly float. Feet up to the top of the mat. Big toes touch at the top. Drop the head, relax the neck. First foray into some shoulder openers. Interlace your fingers at the low back, palms pressed together. Shoulders roll away from the ears and then straighten a little or a lot to your own degree. Hands return to the back. Switch your clasp, other thumb on top, high dives. Now we've got two cats. And hands release down. Inhale, lift the toes, roll up to standing. Exhale, palms out. Inhale, sweep it up, look up. And this time, exhale, just flat back swan dive all the way down. Inhale, heart forward, chin to the chest. Exhale, left foot steps to the back of the mat. Right. Crescent pose base, release the left knee down, hips curl under, inhale, sweep it up. Beautiful. Drop the shoulders, little back bend. And exhale, release it back down. Step to plank. And here we can lower down to cobra, or we can take our chaturanga to up dog, your choice. And I just like to shift side to side here sometimes, just kind of open up a little bit. And exhale, back downward facing dog. From here, take an inhale, press back through the heels. On the exhale, walk your hands back to the back of your mat. And then I like to kind of roll out my ankles a little bit here. Toes crack a little. And then I'm going to grab my two big toes with the peace fingers of each hand. And I'm going to inhale, flat back up. On the exhale, both heels stay on the floor. Bend your left knee, crown of the head to the floor. And inhale, straight legs. And exhale, bend the right knee. Drop down. And inhale, straight legs. And on the exhale, keep the legs straight, pull down, elbows out, shoulders away from the ears. I love that. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to round my back here. I keep holding onto the big toes and I kind of stretch in that rounded fashion, so it's almost like a standing cat-cow kind of thing. This is the cat part, obviously. Now, can you not claw the chair, please? Can you not claw the chair? No, he's going to claw the chair. That's what's happening. He's clawing the chair. I'll warn you guys. On your next inhale, walk it forward into downward facing dog. Oh, cats. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up and open to the sky. Open the hip, open the shoulder. Look underneath the left armpits. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee. Circle your ankle both directions. And then, I love this thing. I might fall over, you might too. It's fun. Come on, push away from the mat. So, you're going to spin your right inner elbow forward. You're going to come up to the fingertips of the left hand. Tap the hand a couple times. And then maybe reach up and try to catch the left ankle. And if you catch the ankle, lift the foot up. Take a little bit of a back bend feeling. And then on the exhale, release the hand, step the left foot forward. At crescent base, here, high lunge. Take an inhale here. On the exhale, straighten the left leg, lift the right, hips are square, walk the hands forward, roll the shoulders back. Right. Little up dog here. When you're ready, slow inhale, left hand to the left hip, elbow points to the sky, roll the shoulders back. Yay, that's a weird angle. You know what to do here. Inhale the left arm up, twist. And then on an exhale, take the left hand forward. Super exciting. Maybe tap the right hand a couple times. Maybe float the right hand forward. Take a couple breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly bend the left knee, step it back in crescent pose. Arms come up, yay, inhale. Exhale, release on down. Optional jump switch here. Inhale, exhale, right foot forward. Beautiful, then step back to plank. Your choice, down dog or chaturanga. Obviously, extra chaturanga is there for you too if you desire. And we're back in down dog. Next inhale, take the right leg up and open to the sky. Open the hip, open the shoulder, look underneath the right armpit. On the exhale, bend your right knee. Circle the ankle both directions. And then go ahead and look forward and push away from the floor. Spin the left inner elbow forward. Come up to the fingertips. And the more you push your chest away, the more successful this will be, I found. And maybe tap, maybe reach up, gently, gently. Use your left pinky finger a lot for balance here. Deep inhale, lift, and exhale, step it forward. Roll the shoulders back. Look forward, take an inhale. On the exhale, straighten the right leg, lift the left. Hands come forward. And then on an inhale, go ahead and float the right hand up to the right hip. Spin the left inner elbow forward. Slow inhale, arm comes up, open into the twist. And then reach the right hand forward. Long line here. Maybe tap the left hand. Maybe float the left hand forward. Take as many breaths here as you like. And then on an exhale, slowly bend the right knee, step it back into crescent pose. Exhale takes us down. Optional jump switch here, left foot forward. From here, down dog, chaturanga, extra chaturanga, your choice. Elbows in, obviously. And we're in our down dog. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, walk the hands back to the feet again. And again, you can roll out your ankles if you like. I like to kind of come forward onto my toes. That feels good to me. And then flip back to flat feet. And then we're going to take the palms and slip them under the soles of the feet. So lift the left, slip it under, and I do the little Mr. Spock situation with the hands here. So you got 2 fingers on each side, thumbs in the center. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the left knee, drop the head. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the right knee, drop the head. Hello, Mandalorian. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, 2 straight legs forward, fold, drop the head down. And then again, I like to come up with that kind of rounded back, kind of really pushing down through the toes on the wrists here. And then release the hands. Beautiful. Now we're going to inhale, walk it back into down dog. And on the next inhale, in your down dog, lift your left leg up behind, hips are square, foot is flexed, toes point down. Now keep both arms straight. On an inhale, keep pushing backward with the chest. Float the left leg out to the left. And the right elbow is going to want to bend. Keep that straight and try to keep the hips center if possible. Then inhale, left leg back up behind, square hips. Exhale, step the left foot up between the hands. Spin your back heel flat, setting up warrior 2. When you're ready, inhale, cartwheel up. My back's to you, but you're, I'm sure, quite familiar with this pose. You don't need me to show you. So sink down nice and low here. And then on an inhale, reach forward. And on the exhale, straighten the leg, come to Trikonasana. Anywhere you want it to be, any way you want it to be. Just find your best Trikonasana here. And I like to grab my big toe here with the peace fingers of my left hand and use that arm to pull the crown of the head forward a lot more. Deep inhale. And exhale, get further out with the head. And inhale, come on up to standing. Now, take the left arm behind. Take the Mandalorian. Oh, for goodness sake. This is live TV, guys. Okay, off the camera. Thank you. Okay, back to... We're standing now. Take the left arm behind, right arm behind. Shh. See if you can catch fingertips here. If not, no big deal. If you got a strap, obviously use it. I can get that. Some days I can, some I can't. Now we're going to inhale, tail back. And exhale, slowly cartwheel down, hands to either side, step the feet apart, high lunge distance. So as I said before, I have hip flexor issues, and I work with a lot of aerialists who do as well, due to the nature of their primary activity. So this is something I do at least 3 times a week for hip flexor health. You guys may or may not like this, but give it a try and then find out. So we're gonna, in our high lunge, circle around clockwise a couple times, try 4 times. And then around counterclockwise. And I'm paying a lot of attention to the right hip flexor here. And then I'm going to set the right knee down, right? And then I'm going to pull forward 8 times. Just pull, pull. So you should really feel a lot happening in the right hip flexor here. 4, 3, 2, I think, and 1. And then straighten the front leg, twist open, take an inhale. On the exhale, right ear towards the left shin. Drop down. Keep flexing the left foot as actively as you can. That's where the challenge is for me. And then just pulse here, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to scoot the left foot forward to your own degree. So some of you super easy splitty people, this will be like, no big deal. Others, find the spot that's good for you. If you need to take a block under, you're like, whatever. We're going to be here for just a few. My left side's my more challenging side. I'm going to bring my arms up. Thread my right hand in front of my left, drop my shoulders down, and just pulse here a couple times. And then release. And now I'm going to twist again towards the left. Get up nice and tall. Inhale, twist. Exhale, lay the right ear down towards the left shin again. Doesn't matter how low or how high. This is where I'm going. You can go wherever you like. And then we're just going to rock right to left a couple times. And notice I keep my back toes tucked under here. I feel like that makes it safer for my knee. Do what feels right to you. And then release. Set your hands down, take an inhale. Exhale, lift the left leg and set it down by your hands, so about 1/3 of the way back. And then come up to a forward fold. So we're not quite at the front of the back. This is when I practice press-up handstands. So you can do drills for them or actual press-up, whatever is your particular interest today. I like to try to tap my toes against my wrist just before I come up. That's my current challenge for myself. So I take my palms flat, maybe 3 to 6 inches behind my toes. Inner elbow spin forward big time. Obviously claw with the fingertips. Inhale, exhale. And then obviously on the way down, we want to resist as much as we can. Slowly, slowly. Tap the wrists and release. I often tell this to my classes. I didn't believe that I would ever have sufficient wrist flexibility to do press-up handstands, but I did the drills for them for literally 10 years, just because I knew it was good for me. Accidentally did a press-up handstand for the first time while teaching a class, saying, well, this is what would happen. And then it did happen. So I do like these drills a lot, and I really believe in them because I've seen them work. So let's all come to a forward fold at the top of the mat now. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, step your right foot all the way back. From here, you can take down dog, chaturanga, etc. Or with plank arms, not pushing back to down dog, pull the navel and shoot the leg back. Lovely. Release down. Release the foot as you inhale up. And exhale back. And now we do it on the other side. Inhale the right leg up behind, hips are square, foot is flexed, toes point down, chest pushes back a lot. Slow inhale, right foot slides out toward the right side of the room. Keep the left arm straight. Keep trying to keep the hips centered in the mat. And inhale the leg back. And exhale, step it all the way up between the hands. We're setting up warrior 2 here. Hopefully we won't have another cat situation on this side. Inhale, cartwheel it. Here we go. And just take your warrior 2 for a breath. Opportunity to readjust errant clothing. And inhale, reach forward. And on the exhale, slowly straighten, release the right hand down, Trikonasana, whichever way it feels good to you today. And then if you'd like to grab the big toe with the peace fingers of the right hand, I enjoy that. You may or may not. but I feel like that gives me the leverage to pull my head forward maybe a little bit more. Deep inhale. Exhale, release the crown of the head forward. And next inhale, come on up to standing. Take the right arm behind, take the left arm behind. Maybe you'll grab the fingertips, maybe not. Let's see what this side feels like. Inhale, look up. And exhale, go ahead and cartwheel down. Right, left, and separate the feet right to left a bit. Same high lunge situation. And now we're going to open up the left hip flexor a bit. So just counterclockwise 4 times. And around to the other side. And then take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, release the knee. And we're just going to pretend to pull it forward. Just rock here for 8. So 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And now we're going to straighten the front leg. And we're going to inhale, twist around to the right. And on the exhale, left ear is going to aim toward the right shin, release it down. And again, flexing the right foot is the real challenge here, at least for me. Get into the right hamstring a lot better. And we're just going to pulse 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Now's the time to scoot the right foot forward if you desire. So this is my easier side. I drop right down quite easily on this side. Might be easier or harder for you. If you're sufficiently on the floor, in contact with the floor, or you've got a block, you can thread your left arm in front of your right, palms together, float the arms back, drop the shoulders, and we're just going to kind of pulse here a little bit, or maybe rock. And then take an inhale. On the exhale, release the hands down. Now again, we're going to twist to the right. Inhale, get long. Exhale, left ear toward the right shin. Go ahead and lay down to your own degree. And then we're going to rock side to side here for 8. And come up when you're ready. Plant the palms. Take an inhale. Exhale, right foot comes back about a third of the way to the front of the mat. On an exhale, left foot steps up forward-fold. On the second side, I usually practice straddle press-ups. You can start from an actual straddle if that's what you're working. Obviously, turn the toes in. I like to start with my feet in. I find this a little more challenging. I'm going to try not hit a cat scratching post and come a little further. So again, I try to brush the tips of my toes against the back of my wrists and then straddle out. If that's not happening for you today, totally cool. You can always take it from the straddle, which would be less challenging. And again, if you're not doing press-up handstands today, no big deal. Just do the rocking front to back, inhale, exhale. I just want a word on straddle press-ups. A lot of people practice them with their feet elevated, right on blocks or something. I would like to share why I think that's not fruitful, because those first couple inches are going to be your problem anyway. Once you get past that, you're golden. So a better approach to me, and what worked for me, is practicing against a wall and just pushing the crown of the head down and just working those first couple inches, because after the first couple inches, it's going to become markedly easier right away. Anyway, here we go. Take whatever variation you want. And if these are super easy for you, you can come back to a straddle in your handstand and maybe try bending knees alternately. I find that a really big balance challenge personally. Back and forth. And then slowly come down. Slowly, slowly, aiming for the toes, ending at the wrists again. And then we'll all come to a forward fold. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. From here, down dog, chaturanga, etc. Or maintaining plank position, not pushing back to down dog. Pull the navel in, shoot the leg back. Woo, exciting. Release down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Beautiful. We're all going to take an inhale. And on the exhale, walk our hands back to the back of the mat. And here you can roll out your ankles again if you like. And then we're going to come to a yogi squat. So toes out, heels in, sink the hips down. Just let the shoulders rest for a second. Ground down. Lovely, lovely. I should get the hands a little bit, maybe. A lot of strange noises in this house. Okay, what we're doing next? We're going to come forward into the down dog, and then what I do now is I do handstand into scissors. So I will do that and talk you through it a little bit as I go. And this is one of those ones, sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't hit it. Sometimes I have to try it 3 times. So it'll be a fun adventure for all of us. So go ahead when you're ready and just inhale, walk your hands forward. And exhale, push back down dog. And then we're going to inhale the left leg up and open to the sky. And on the exhale, keep the right heel down. Keep the left hip open, but release your left shoulder down. If you do this really slowly, you may find a really interesting experience for the right hamstring. I like it a lot. Now inhale, lift your right heel, look up between the hands. Exhale, step the left foot up about 2/3 the way. And then from here, you can either just practice kicking up handstand or go ahead up into handstand. This is my harder slide. Oh. So I'm going to come to a straddle here, and then I'm going to scissor my legs towards one another, and then I'm going to rotate them around. Obviously, these are all suggestions. And when my right foot comes forward, I'm going to start shifting my chest forward a lot. And, oh, there's that cat scratching pose. And release down. Yay. And then down we go. So exciting. If you want to set up an extra obstacle, just put a cat scratching pose next to your mat. I'll give you guys a second to try that out, and then we'll move on to the next portion. So when you've come to sitting, first just release your wrists, turn your palms up, or this is what I do anyway. And then I interlace my hands behind, I press the palms together, open the heart a bit. And then I bring my fingers to the back of my neck, and I pull my chin in and I round over a bit to release any tension in the neck, because that transition involves a lot of looking up, and you can get a lot of neck tension from that. Now here's our next fun invitation. I inhale, twist around to the right, and on the exhale, I'm going to cartwheel my hands up to the front of my mat, and then I'm going to keep my toes pointed, and on an exhale, I'm going to see if I can just pop up to handstand with bent knees. So sometimes this takes me a couple tries, sometimes I hit it right away. So we'll go like this, inhale, exhale. There we go. Okay, that worked. Exciting. And then from here, we're going to slowly tuck the feet in and aim them for right between the hands. So tailbone under, tailbone under, tailbone under, toes come down. Okay? I'll give you a second to work with that if you want to give that a try. And then when you come to your toe balance, we're going to just spin the knees out. And then we're just going to come up to a balance here with knees out, fingers by the knees. Still not sure if this is a good angle for it. It's the best I can do today. Roll your shoulders back. We'll have better technological situation next time. And then take the hands to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, YMCA. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open all the way. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release the hands behind. Interlace the fingers. Press the full palms together. Really good. And then bring the palms back to heart center. Take the right heel, move it slightly to the left, and then pick a spot with your eyes, looking forward. On an inhale, see if you can shoot your left leg out with a flexed foot. Very exciting. Super easy to point, super difficult to flex. Exhale, pull it back in. Yay! Awesome. Really good, you guys. All right, go ahead and take the hands down. And we are going to, what are we doing now? We're going to open the hip. Let's do left hip opener. Okay, so here's the deal. I have really tight hips, like quite extraordinarily tight, especially for a yoga teacher. If you need extra in this next series, do your extra, right? I'm going to walk you through the hip opener that I do in my series 1, which is what we're doing today. So I lift the left foot, I take it on top of the knee, point the fingers back, and then I just circle a couple times. And then I'm going to release back to my back, thread the needle, And pull the right thigh into the chest. Push the left thigh away with the left elbow a couple times. And then I extend the right leg out. I baby cradle the left leg. I rock that a couple times. Obviously flexing the left foot like it was my full-time job. And then I thread my left arm underneath and my right arm underneath. I keep flexing the left foot, drop the head, palms towards the face, rock a couple times. And now there's a little forward foldy option where you can take the left elbow behind the back of the left knee, or the left shoulder behind, or some of you guys may want to take the left ankle behind the back of the neck, grab the left big toe with the peace fingers of the right hand, extend the left leg or the left arm out, and then actively press the head into the back of the leg there. And then release it on down. Beautiful, beautiful. And now, see if you can just rock right up to forward fold. Drop the head, relax the neck. And lift the head forward. Maybe shake out the head a little bit, maybe not. And then toes are at the top of the mat. I'm going to inhale, heart forward. On the exhale, step the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. From here, you can take down dog, plank chaturanga, lifted leg, or you can take a scorpion leg here. I like that. Staying in plank, inhale, lift, leg comes up, and release down. Inhale up, and exhale back. We're back in down dog, and now we do the other side. Woo! On an inhale, lift your right leg up and open. And then keep that open with the hip, keep the left heel down. On an exhale, melt the right shoulder down, super slow. See if you can notice something happening in the left hamstring. I always do. And inhale, lift the left heel. And exhale, step the right foot up about 2/3 of the way to the hands. And here we're going to kick up to our handstand on the opposite side, or just practice kicking up, whatever works for you. And so I'm up in this split, and then I'm going to scissor my legs towards one another, and then I'm going to take them around the other side, so my left leg travels forward. And now as I lower down, I want my chest to come super far forward, release down into scissors. Exciting! I'll give you a sec to play with that. And then when you come to sitting, palms flip up. I like to release the wrists a little bit. And then I'm going to interlace my fingers, non-dominant thumb on top, press the palms together, open the heart. And then fingers come to the back of the neck, pull the chin in, roll forward, round the back. And now we're going to try that little hop to handstand on the other side. So again, remembering that if it doesn't work, no big deal. Give it a couple more tries, right? It's helpful to think of tucking your legs in right away, I found, right? So just twist and inhale, exhale, here we go. Let's see how many tries it takes me on this side. Gonna be probably 2 or 3. And exhale up. There we go. Okay, from here, tuck the tailbone under, feet come down, toes land between the hands. And then we spin the legs out again, the knees out. I'll give you some time to play with that. And then when you're ready, here we are on our toe balance, other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, YMCA. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open all the way. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands behind. Interlace the fingers, non-dominant thumb on top. Press the full palms together, lift. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Left heel moves slightly to the right. And then, oh, there's a cat toy here. Let me not put my foot on that. On the inhale, maybe shoot the right leg out with a flexed foot. Exciting. And on the exhale, pull it back in. Back we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Take the hands down. Now we're going to come to sitting and we'll do the hip opener on the second side. So right leg comes up and fingers point back, and I'm going to rock a couple times. I'm going to come a little further forward. It'll be easier to see there. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to release it back onto the floor. Thread the needle and interlace your fingers, non-dominant thumb on top here. Pull the left thigh towards the chest, right elbow pushes the right thigh away. And just pulse here a couple times. And then I'm going to baby cradle the right leg. And again, remembering to take non-dominant thumb on top as I interlace, release, and rock. And then I'm going to thread the arms under. Right arm, left foot still flexing, or right foot flexing super hard. Palms towards the face, head drops down, rock. And then we can take the right elbow behind the knee. You can just chill here, right? This is great. Or maybe the shoulder behind the knee, or maybe the ankle behind the head. Here out of the way. Big toes get grabbed with the peace fingers, arm extends. Actively press the back of the head into the leg. And then release when it's no longer fun. And then we're going to see if we can rock right up to our forward fold. Nice exhale. Big toes at the top of the mat. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, left foot steps all the way back. And then from here, again, down dog, chaturanga, straight leg, scorpion leg. I'm going to take a scorpion leg this time since I did that last time. Leg comes up. And then release down. Inhale up. Exhale back. And we'll let the back of our mats now. And you're going to inhale, press back through the heels. Exhale, walk the hands back again. And again, if you want to roll out the ankles, flip the feet over. And then we're going to come to our yogi squat. Last time. Sink it down. And just take a breath to center here. So shoulders relax, neck relax. Just a little bit more, just a little bit. Okay. And now when you're ready, we're going to walk it forward into down dog again. This next item, you can do in whatever way you want. What I like to do is from my down dog, hop to tree handstand, or attempt to hop to tree handstand, right? So I'll demo it. I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about, but in any event, you're going to take your hands forward, push back, inhale, look forward, exhale. I'm going to start with my left leg tree first. So inhale, exhale. This will take me a couple tries, I'm sure. A couple hops. There we go. So I'm coming up to my handstand, my left foot comes to tree. I like to wrap my left big toe around the front of my thigh, and then of course I try to straighten that handstand as much as I can, curling my hips under, and then slowly fold down, release the foot to the floor, and then I like to pull my head to my shin here. You may or may not like that. So take a couple seconds to play with that, and then we'll all return to down dog from there. We'll do the other side instead. When you've had enough play with the tree handstand, on our next inhale, we're going to lift our left leg up behind. Hips are square, foot is flexed, toes point down. Now, stay in down dog. Stay in down dog. On an exhale, bring the knee to the chest. Push your chest back as far as you can while the knee pulls in. And then next inhale, flip forward to plank. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, knee to the outside of the left elbow. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, knee to the outside of the right elbow. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, take the left leg all the way up behind. Exhale, step it up between the hands, high lunge. Really nice. Take an inhale here. Exhale, release your left knee. Step the left leg back. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Spin the inner elbows forward. And then on an inhale, lift your left arm. Thread it underneath. You're going to keep the arm touching the right wrist. You're going to keep the hips above the knees, so not back to the heels. And then lay down on the left shoulder and then just rock, little twist, side to side. And then exhale, come on back up. Find your down dog again. We're going to do the tree hopping handstand on the other side. So press the hips back. This time the right foot will tree. Or just hop a couple times, right? Whatever feels good to you today. Inhale, exhale. And again. There we go. Right foot comes in. Find that leg. And there's my tree. And I'm going to try to straighten out the handstand as much as possible. And then slowly fold, left foot comes down. And I'm going to pull my head towards my shin here. That feels good to me. It might or might not to you. So play with that for a sec, and then we'll all come to down dog. Just step it back. And when you've had enough play with that, in our down dog, we're going to inhale the right leg behind, hips are square, foot is flex, toes point down. And now staying in down dog on an exhale, knee comes forward, push your chest back as far as you can. Inhale, float forward, knee joins you. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, knee to the outside of the right elbow. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, knee to the outside of the left elbow. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, right leg comes all the way up behind. And exhale, step it up between the hands. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, release the left knee down. Come to hands and knees. Walk the hands back. Untuck the toes. Inner elbow spin forward. On your next inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, release it down. Again, the arm stays glued to the back of the left wrist. The hips are stacked over the knees, not the feet. And we push side to side, a little twist here. And then on an exhale, come on back up. And we're going to step it back to down dog. So next thing we're going to do is hop the feet either to the hands or through the hands. If you can come to a balance on that hop through, even better. I come up to the roots of my fingers because that's the only way I can really get clearance for this. I'll demo it once. I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. You come to a down dog. Inhale. My one little trick here is that I don't look at my fingertips. I look way past. I look where I want my feet to go, and that seems to help me a lot. So here we go. Inhale, exhale. And up I go to the balance. So exciting. And then release down. So go ahead and give that a try. Remembering that hopping to the feet is great. Hopping halfway to the feet is great. Hopping through is great. It's all great. Just give it a try. And then we're going to sit up nice and tall here. And then I'm going to turn around because we're going to do back bends now. And I think it makes more sense to demo this way. Okay. Inhale. Exhale around the back. Come on back down. You guys see me here? Okay, good. You don't need to see me. It's just nice for us to be able to see each other. I can't see you, but you can see me. That's half the battle. For this first entrance, this is optional. This is just something I like to do. I like to take my arms above my head, press the back of my hands into the floor, and from there, lift up into bridge. I feel like I can get onto the top of my shoulders a little better there. And then I transition to hands to the insides of my heels. So fingertips on the insides of the heels, pushing out, lifting. And then I like to take a supported bridge here. So I rock, thumb at the tailbone, rock, thumb at the tailbone, push that under. I also like to flip my feet over here. So the top of my feet are on the mat and push with the feet because it releases the glutes entirely. Like there's no way that the glutes can jump in on this. So that's a nice fail-safe to make sure that doesn't happen. Release the feet. And then come to wheel if you feel like doing that today. Yay. So here's some options in wheel if you want them. I really like a shoulder opener in wheel myself. So I like to move my chest forward and try to come with straight legs. Oh, I like that a lot. That's a good upper back opener as well. Then you can come back and then obviously you can step your feet in and out, do whatever feels good there. If there's any other back bend option you'd like to take today, go ahead and do that. This is the one that I do in series 1. And then when you're ready, just come on back down. The knees into the chest. And let's take a twist before we go to our inversion. So take the arms out to the sides and tuck in this series, this is the twist I do. I tuck my knees up into the left armpit, all the way up, and then I reach extra with the right knee, and then I look over to the right hand, glue the right shoulder down, breathe. And then come back to center, and tuck them into the right armpit, reach extra with that left knee. Look at the left hand, drop the left shoulder down. And then come back to center. And then we're going to rock front to back. And then just rock it to sitting. Okay, so for our inversion, so exciting. Let me see where's the best place to do this. I might do it. I'm just limited by cat posts here. I'm going to try to do it here. Okay, so in my series 1, I do classic headstand, right, for series 1. But I also, when I'm feeling up to it, do a spider walk in that headstand. So I will demo at least part of that. We'll see what my side bends are feeling up to today. So it might or might not happen all the way, but I'll at least talk you guys through it if it's an area of interest for you. If you're feeling stiff today, don't do it, right? If you feel like you've done enough sufficient back bending, you can do part 1, which is legs over the head. But the side walking thing is a lot of side bend that you can potentially put your shoulder in a dangerous position if you're not prepared for. So really take it cautiously is what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Heads down. Let's try it here. Let's try it here. Okay, so I'll come up to my headstand. All right. And if you're just into headstand today, chill in headstand. Do it. You can also take the twisting headstand. Folks have definitely seen that in my classes before if you've ever taken a class from me. You can take the legs up and down, core challenge. Now, if you'd like to work with the variation that I do in series 1, you'll start to bend your knees and pick a foot to drop down. So I'm going to pick my left foot. My right knee comes forward as a ballast so I don't just plop. And again, only if you feel sufficiently warmed up in your back bend capacity, try this. So left foot's going to gently release down behind, and then the right follows it. And this feels good to me. And I'm just going to shift side to side. Woo! And if this is enough for you, just kick back over, right? If you want to try the spider walk, one direction is easy for me, the other is not easy at all. So you kind of walk your legs to one side, walk your legs to another side. I'm going to walk around to the left, and I'm going to walk the right foot over. That's the side that feels most doable. And obviously the goal is to keep the elbows on the floor, but don't sacrifice your shoulder health to that, right? As you come around the other side, this will be the more challenging part. Woo! Yep, I lost my elbow. But it's okay. So that was exciting. Now I'm going to do the harder side. Back I go. All right, that part should be easy. This is the part that's very exciting. Let's see what happens. Not working too well today. Anyway, that's an exciting one to work on for later. For all of us, right? And then to get out of this, obviously, you're just going to kick back over. No big deal. And down you go. Yay. That makes me want to work that spider walk more. I haven't done that in a long time. Woo. So whenever you're done with your inversion, whatever felt good to you today, we're going to come to our backs. And I'm going to come this way. No, I'm going to come this way. Let's see. Okay, so, nope, you're here. This is good. Okay, knees into the chest. Just relax the shoulders down. Wiggle the toes. And then bring your arms up and wrap them completely around your shins. Grab opposite elbow. Drop your head. Drop your tailbone down. And then inhale, open the arms up again. And exhale, opposite arm on top. Grab the elbows. Drop the head, drop the tailbone. And then inhale, lift the head, lift the shoulders, tuck the nose into the knees, squeeze the hands on the elbows, scrunch up the feet, scrunch up the muscles of the face, take a deep inhale. Exhale, release everything out and down for Savasana. Oh, yay, Savasana. So I'm going to talk to you guys during Savasana. If you don't want to hear my voice, which I completely understand, just go ahead and mute it and have your Savasana, right? In peace and quiet, right? But, no, we don't have a Savasana cat today. For the first many years of my home practice, I did not do Savasana. Which I was just impatient. I never liked Savasana. I never did. And I thought, this is stupid. I don't need it. And a couple of years ago, I started realizing how important Savasana is, right? Even in my home practice. This will probably be super obvious to you guys, but it was not obvious to me. There's a bonus R2D2 there too. Taking a couple of minutes at the end of a physical discipline, and obviously if you're doing asanas, it's a physical discipline, right? Whatever it is you're doing, this is just science, you can look up anywhere. The mind is most primed to assimilate new information after physical exertion. So whether you're doing cardio or you're doing yoga or whatever it is you're doing, the thoughts that you think and the input that you give yourself immediately after physical exertion are going to sit as truth in your mind. And by, process of how, logic works, it will then lodge in your body. So it's really important in our home practice, I believe, to take a Savasana moment and to really focus on things that you appreciate about yourself, right? Maybe it's just that you got your home practice done that day. I started my home practice, you guys, literally doing 5 minutes. For like a year. That was what I could get myself to do. 5-minute home practice. That's legit, because 5-minute home practice turned into 10-minute home practice the following year, and it was 15 minutes the following year, and then it just becomes this thing that you do and your body looks forward to and your heart looks forward to also, right? I'm sure you guys already know this. I'm just putting it out there for whomever might be listening to this at a later time. If one person needs to hear this, I want you to hear this. I want to talk for a second about endurance. So here's the thing about endurance. As I said at the beginning, physical endurance, important, helpful in life, right? Mental endurance, super helpful and important. Emotional endurance, also super helpful and important. Now, the interesting conundrum becomes, when do we decide and how do we decide what is an environment or situation or an activity that we should endure, and when is it something that we should not endure, right? So in psychological terminology, they talk about distress tolerance, right? And increasing our distress tolerance can be very helpful if, say, we have a phobia, or we have something that we might consider unreasonable, right? Not that someone else told you, like, oh, you're overreacting, but that you look at it and you go, I wish I wouldn't freak out so badly when I see a cockroach. I'll just use a personal example, right? So increasing our distress tolerance can be really helpful in situations where we know, oh, maybe I am overreacting, right? Or just maybe I would like to react less. The problem becomes when we use our goal of endurance to maintain or sustain or remain in a situation that's unhealthy. And I'm going to use a physical example, right? So let's say you go to like a boot camp or some other sort of one of those like push, one more rep, kind of things. People get injured in those a lot, I mean, that's not news. They get injured frequently, right? When we are doing something with a goal that will result in injury or is very likely to result in injury, that's maybe not the endurance that we want to create for ourselves, right? And I'm not saying that all of those disciplines are wrong in any way. Obviously, I do cardio also. There's a safe and a less safe way to do everything. So tuning into that infallible inner voice that we develop through our yoga practice, and again, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but this is just a reminder for you, right? And an affirmation of what I know you know as truth in your heart, right? When we develop our ability to listen to that inner voice, we will start to, or at least I have seen that I have started to, not infallibly, but more frequently be able to discern, do I need to increase my endurance in this situation? Do I need to increase my distress tolerance for this whatever, right? Maybe it's a physical thing. Maybe it's somebody yelling at me, whatever it is, right? Or is this just not healthy? It's not healthy for me. It might not be healthy for anybody. And that's when I vote with my feet, right? That's when you walk away. That's when you leave the job. That's when you stop the activity. That's when you, whatever. Because remembering that that space of that job or relationship or physical activity or mental thoughts that we think, that space is being taken up, and the healthy, better, exciting, positive, fulfilling dreams of our hearts cannot fill that space until it has been vacated. Right? So those are my thoughts this week on endurance. I hope that you guys enjoyed our time together. If you're still resting in your Savasana and you'd like to be guided out of it, I'll talk you through it now in the way that I do in class. So keeping our eyes shut if possible, we'll start to rub the thumbs across the pads of the fingers of each hand. And then we'll start to circle the wrists and the ankles slowly. And then keeping the eyes shut if possible. I advocate rolling to whichever side calls you today. It could be the right or the left side. Right? Where does your body want to orient? And I say that because sometimes we need a little more right brain and sometimes we need a little more left brain. So give your body that choice today. And then when you're ready, come to a nice comfortable seated position. Take any position that lets the tailbone melt down and the crown of the head lift up to the sky. And then we're going to take palms face up on our knees. And we're going to let those open palms symbolize the space we've created during our time together today. Space for the new and the different and the better. Space for unexpected blessings to drop effortlessly into our outstretched palms. And we accept them with joy and gratitude, knowing that by increasing our endurance, maybe we hang in there just that extra second for when that delivery shows up, right? That cosmic delivery. And by increasing our discernment, we know when we're just standing in the wrong spot, right? We're at the wrong address. Move. And then when you're ready, bring palms to heart center. Tips of the thumbs into the heart, other fingers spread out from there. Let the pressure of your thumbs on heart center remind you of the inexhaustible supply of love and generosity that we have to share with all. And know in your heart that all we put forth will indeed return to us 1,000-fold in the most miraculous and unexpected of ways. Because it's true. So exciting. Now bring the palms to the forehead for clarity of thought, and to the mouth for clarity of speech, and to the heart for clarity of action. Oh, I thank you all beautiful people so dearly from the depths of my heart for sharing this time with me together. Or sharing this time together with me, rather, today. I just wanted to say thank you for joining me, and from the very bottom of my heart, I say to you all, namaste. Thanks so much, everybody. Baton pass to whoever teacher wants to maybe try this out. I hope it was fun for you. And like I said, I have 10 parts to this series, so if you want more, I've got 9 more to share with you. Go ahead and let me know, and have a wonderful evening, everybody. Or if you're watching this later, I hope you are enjoying yourself and having some sort of exciting yoga experience, even if you can't have an in-person community experience today. Hooray, technology. Bye, you guys. Mwah. Bye, babies.